This is the Loop Quiet earplug. I'm gonna save you time and summarize everything in this video into just this one sentence. Buy it right now, but only if you actually need it. So what made me actually say this? Let's find out in today's video. Okay, so a little bit of backstory first. I need earplugs is because I cannot sleep well. I have super noisy neighbors that are just practically inconsiderate at this point, and they play with their noisy, illegally modified vehicles during ungodly hours, and I can't sleep. The authorities won't do jack shit because I reported them many times and they just don't do anything about it. I guess this is just a typical day here in Malaysia, actually. I previously also bought other type of earplugs, including the flare calmer, and as mentioned by many people in that video, it doesn't actually help that much. It just cuts off some frequencies of sound and that's pretty much it. In that video, some of you also commented that I should take a look at the Loop earplugs, and I did. 2 of them actually. I went over to Loop's website to have a look at what products they have, and to my surprise, it was quite confusing, honestly. Eventually, I found this website here that lets us compare all of the earplugs in one single glance. Both the Loop Experience and Loop Engage have a Plus variant, which includes foam ear tips and also the Loop Mute. The Loop Mute is an optional accessory that goes around the inner circumference of the ring and further reduces noise. Unfortunately, Loop did not publish the frequency versus noise reduction graph for each earplug, or at least I can't find it, but they did have the information printed on the box instead. I mean, since we have already purchased the earplugs and got them in our hands, then that information is just a little bit too late. So with all of these information in mind, I bought 2 earplugs, the Loop Experience Plus and also the Loop Quiet. I won't talk about the Experience Plus since I'm only going to focus on the Loop Quiet in this video here. Now, the unboxing is fairly simple. The packaging also has ear tip size measurements printed on the box. Not sure if anyone actually measures their own ear canal diameter, but I'm just gonna show you here anyway. If it helps you, then you're welcome. Once we open up the box, we are presented with 3 more sizes of ear tips. Then we have a white case for my Magic Mint color variant here. Opening the case reveals the Loop Quiet earplugs themselves with the medium size ear tip pre-installed. Upon further inspection though, I realized that one side of my particular unit of the Loop Quiet is damaged. The silicone is cut and it will only get worse as time goes by. I took a picture and sent over to Loop's support email, and after about a week, they came through and sent me another unit of the Loop Quiet. Excellent customer support there, actually. Thumbs up. Back to the ear tip size, I knew that it didn't fit me because when I wore it using the medium size ear tips and it isn't supposed to stick out. So then I changed it to the small size ear tip and everything just worked fine. But the process of getting the ear tip out and changing it to a different size though, that's a challenge on its own, to put it lightly. Since the whole thing is made out of silicone, you cannot literally just pull out the ear tips and change it because everything will just bend and stretch according to where you pull it. And since my particular unit of the Loop Quiet is already damaged, then changing the ear tip is even more difficult. But eventually, I did it. After doing that, I can finally wear the Loop Quiet. It works so well that everything becomes background noise. When I wear the Loop Quiet in my room, which is already quiet, I can actually even hear my own heartbeat. That is quite insane. Then I proceeded to wear the Loop Quiet and sleep on my sides. Surprisingly, it felt so comfortable that I thought I wasn't actually wearing any earplugs at all. I slept through the night with 0 interruptions. 0. And I thought that was just a coincidence. Then a day went by, 0 interruptions again. Then a week, and after that a month went by. Still 0 interruptions. I even brought the Loop Quiet to Taipei for Computex, and the reason is because 3 of us share a hotel room and one of us snores like a steam engine. Well, according to Mr. John, I snore as well, but just not that much, I hope. And since it is in such a tight room with someone who snores loudly, that is where the Loop Quiet couldn't actually filter out that sound. I mean, my sleep got interrupted by snoring and I can still hear the snoring that is happening just across the room, but I would just have to say that the snoring is not that loud to the point that I can still fall asleep once again with relative ease. I'm actually truly impressed by the loop quiet, honestly. And remember, all of these tests were done using the already damaged loop quiet, and that is really impressive. Just imagine if there's no damage. Funny enough, I know why it is actually called earwax, because whenever I wear the loop quiet before I sleep, I can see a layer of hardened stuff on it. The entire layer can be scraped off easily, you know, just one single piece just falls off easily. Or you can just take the entire earplug to go have a wash, because the entire thing is made out of silicone after all. But I do have something to complain, and that is to do with the case. This little case barely fits the earplugs and potentially damages the earplugs themselves if you squish it in the wrong way. Opening the case is also problematic, because every time I want to open the case, I will have to make sure that the earplugs don't just fly out of the case. I do think that this carrying case needs to be a bit thicker, and then all of these issues will go away. And overall, that's my personal review and experience with the loop quiet earplugs. I actually started using this pair of earplugs like about 2 months ago, and I wanted to make sure that it wasn't just a coincidence that this thing works so well, and I also tested it in different environments. I just have to say this pair of earplugs, they're amazing. The prices will vary depending on where you buy it, but locally here in Malaysia, it's only at $89.95, and I think it's actually worth the price. It literally helped me to get my quality sleep back. Even their customer support is good as well, and thanks to the guy who actually helped me out to get my replacement unit of the loop quiet. I'll leave you all of the links on where you can find the loop quiet on the screen here, alongside with all of the prices. And do let me know down in the comment section below if the loop quiet helped you to get better sleep. And that's it. We'll see you guys in the next video.